Hello, my name is César Uriel de la Fuente Coria, and this is my project for multicultural agents and perspectives. The global issue I chose was corruption. Citing the definition of Transparency International, we define as corruption as the abuse of entrusted power for private gain. But in other words, it can be defined as a form of dishonesty where a person or organization acquires an illicit benefit. But why is it relevant? Corruption is relevant because it's present all in all places, and it can involve anyone. We have seen a lot of cases all around the world, in international institutions, in the government, or even in FIFA. And it's a problem that continues and continues in some countries like ours. And if no one tries to stop this issue, it will continue and have bigger consequences in the future. For me, it is relevant because over the course of my life, it has been something really common to see or listen in our country. But the worst part of this is that in most of the cases of corruption in our country, there's no charge or sanction after corruption was recognized. As we can see in the map, Mexico is one of the most corrupt countries in the whole world. Mexico occupies the place 130 out of 180, according to Transparency International. And well, during my investigation, I acquired just bad things and perspectives about our country. This kind of fact just reflects bad things and how weak are Mexican values. Also, after dialoguing with my friend Alejandro Fuenmayor from Venezuela, made me recognize that corruption can have different impacts depending on how bad is corruption. It also made me think about the future. It made me aware that if corruption continues, it can become a bigger problem with big serious consequences in not such a distant future. And before having the talk with Alejandro, I had the perspective about Venezuela's corruption, that it was not so serious, and the effect that this corruption had on the population was much less. Sorry. But after talking with him for more than 40 minutes, he showed me that the consequences that his country has had over these years were enormous. The problems that the people have faced and are currently facing due to the actions of the rulers. And he showed me some huge differences before and after Venezuela got into a crisis. And well, my proposal. My proposal consists in a consciousness exercise. It consists of a commercial that will have different scenes where we can appreciate different corruption acts that we see in our daily life. It will appear in television and in social media, such as Facebook, YouTube, or Instagram. The purpose of this announcement is to make consciousness of how corruption is present in our society and try to enforce values of those persons who see it. Because, as I say, a society that has no values doesn't need corruption on their daily life. The impact this proposal can have on me is that I won't act to acts of corruption. I'll always be against this kind of actions. And this is relevant because I'll be able to take action against corruption in my social environment and really make a change. The possible the positive implications of this proposal are that somehow we'll be able to reduce these kind of actions, thanks to the fact that we're going to see that the environmental impact will be reduced because these actions will be frowned up by society. At the same time, the money that corrupt people use for their own benefit can be put to use for the benefit of society and thus grow more as a country. The problem will be if it does not have the same impact in every country. If they are not in favor of acting against corruption, this problem will persist and will continue to cause damage or deterioration in the environment, as well in the society, causing the blockage of the countries versus the resolution of this problem. My role in this solution is to present these ideas to the right people. For example, NGOs like Mexicanos contra la Corrupción y la Impunidad, for them to support this proposal, make it possible, and accomplish the objective. But in the case that this proposal is already a reality, my role would be sharing this proposal in all possible ways for it to reach more people and try to make a change here in our community. Thanks for watching.